Hey, everybody. Welcome in. It's Retro Adventure Wednesday. And of course, I'm Jess. You know me. That's why you're here. We're all here together. We're doing our thing. We're doing our Retro Adventure Wednesday thing. And tonight, I am very jazzed to be back playing a little bit more of King's Quest. It Takes Two to Tangle. It's the brand new King's Quest fan game by Akril. Really someone who goes way back to the early years of the online Sierra fandom. And this is a game that was 20 years in the making, starring Cassima from King's Quest 5 and 6, as well as Edgar from King's Quest 4 and 7. Just a really lovely game so far. Very charming, very nostalgic, and really just a impressive piece of work. The animation on this one is just fantastic. I'm glad to be back with it. Yeah, Krieger, I wouldn't miss out on this one. I want to play this one all the way to the end. I want to see what happens here. But welcome in, everybody. Happy Retro Adventure Wednesday. I hope you're well. Good to see you, Paul, Not Pat, Ricky, Kevin, 6-7, Metalia. Oh my goodness, enjoy bees. It is great music, right? The music from my intro here on the stream was the sort of overture from King's Quest 5. It's one of my favorite pieces. Good to see you. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we're ready to roll. I think we should jump right back into this one. I kind of remember where we were. This is the problem with waiting a week between playthroughs, is I lose track of everything. I'm sure it'll all come back to me. Okay, so we were in a village with 3 L's. That's right. Once upon a time, Akril and I collaborated on a couple of little tiny games. Nothing of this scale, but several bundles of dried herbs hang from the weaver's ceiling. That's a fire, all right. All right. Some yarn. We're on the run from the sequel police. That sounds familiar. Also, yeah, Cassima has an ability now, thanks to an armband that she's wearing, to transform into animals as needed. So that's pretty exciting. That's brand new for her. So we are trying to figure out, on the one hand, what's going on with the Black Cloak Society, a group of evil wizards that have plagued the protagonists of King's Quest for quite a while. That is Cassima's mission. She's been mysteriously teleported across the world. We are now in the land of Serenia, which is where King's Quest 5 took place. Doesn't want to disturb the people of the village for no reason. I mean, that's kind of like Adventure Game 101. Had magic armbands once too. Hey, man, can go in the water and not die. I mean, those are pretty handy. Let's go explore it. That's what King's Quest games are all about, right? Ooh, man, these are some great looking sheep. A spiral horned ram, okay, yeah. Lies on the ground solemnly chewing its cud. A watchful ewe stands dutifully while her young lamb nurses. Cassima's heart feels softened by this sight. Let's see. Oh, this one has a tangle of wool. It takes 1 to tangle in this case. All right, so we scored some wool. Did the lady want wool? The weaver? I mean, that stands to reason, right? Weavers can't get enough wool. That's like their main thing. Oh, no, tried to play a bit of this, and this village took way too long, missing a hot spot. If there are hot spots to be missed, don't worry. I'll be sure to miss them in my playthrough, too. You want some wool? Something to give you. Oh? Yeah, check it out. She's working on a loom. That's a LucasArts reference. I have no reason to refuse it. That's a good approach. Looks like we've both done each other a good turn now. I don't think giving you a scrap of wool is anything like you give me an entire shawl and scarf. All right. You say so. Ask her about Grim Fandango. Not enough characters want to talk about Grim Fandango. Oh, wow. Potter? Strangers come to our village. Only seek advice from the wise man. Fear not, stranger. You have a kind face and gentle voice. And no matter how you came to our village, I can tell you certainly didn't come here with evil intentions. This is when we give him the old rope-a-dope. I'm the village potter, and this is my wife and her new son. It's nice to meet you. My name's Cassima. You must have come from a beautiful land to have been given a name like that. You ever heard of the land of the Green Isles? Great towering cliffs, glittery snowy mountains. You talk almost like the wise man did when he first came to visit us. Ooh. His hut is that way, it's not hard to miss. But whether he'll allow you to speak to him or not, I can't tell you. I like this village. I like that it feels like maybe a place that could actually exist where human beings would live, which weirdly isn't something you see a lot of in King's Quest, right? What do we have here? Small object with white feathers. Can I have that? Can I pet that baby? How'd you come to our village? I'm looking for someone. Someone means my family harm. I do have someone else helping me. His name's Edgar, and I have no idea where he is. We haven't seen him since the intro. Can I have this doohickey? It's too bad, because it would have been like taking candy from a baby, only it's a toy. Why is this cup not with the other pieces? Because it didn't turn out well. There's a large chip in it. I'm not sure whether I should try to fix it or just throw it away. Can I have it? I take people's stuff all the time. Yeah, really for a feudal society, Daventry's a strange one in that the aristocracy seems to far outnumber the peasantry. Where did Graham live prior to his quest anyway? Behind that tree on the first screen. He just pops out of there and starts questing. Some faint groaning on the inside of the hut. Well. Bit of faint groaning, eh? So, do we think there's going to be a shocking reveal here? Are we going to roll this person over and it turns out to be Sonny Bonds or something? That's my guess. I'm putting the money on Sonny Bonds. Sorry to disturb you. Is he pointing to that bookshelf? How great is it that he has a cinder block bookshelf? I guess when they said wise man, they meant grad student. I wonder which book he wants. I think that was a no. Nice animation here. This must be the one. A complete guide to the medicinal plants of Serenia. Perfect for a wizard or a princess. You want to read this book? Well, here's the book you wanted. Would have been great if you just eaten the book. Uh-oh, this looks like puzzle solving now, gang. Kind of looks like Thai basil. I'm gonna say this guy's asking for Thai basil. Okay. Large wicker basket. woman belongs to the man. Cassima would consider stealing from him even if he weren't so unwell. Wait, that makes it easier? Okay, I guess the healer has herbs. We saw several drying in her hut. Let's go back there and see if that helps. Now we're solving puzzles, baby. Visit sunny Bonji to visit the hamlet of Lytton in the land of Walsylvania. Just don't look down. How great would it be if one of these bridges collapsed on me? Weaver, may I take a sprig? I'm not sure if I got the right one. Yeah, I think I did. I think I'm good. Let's see. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. I was actually streaming a little earlier today. This is my second time streaming today, which maybe speaks to some darker truths. But as those of you all been tuning in know, I've been playing a little bit of World of Warcraft for the first time in 18 years and having fun on those streams. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find those VODs there as well. Been leveling up a warlock by the name of Mukul Winran. Classic night elf kind of name. And boy, we've been having fun over there. Turns out there was a reason I was addicted to Warcraft all those many years ago, or at least World of Warcraft. I was too bad at actual Warcraft to ever get addicted to it. Found the herb you wanted, sir. Do you want it? So you want this herb? A cupped hand to his mouth. I think I understand. I'll see what I can do. Seems to want some sort of water. Are there any other directions I can leave the screen? I haven't seen any water around. I don't think there was any back at the Weaver's hut or where the sheep were. Must be left alone. I know a little about healing the sick. I'm sorry, I know little, not a little. I know rich little about healing the sick. A heap of snow. I know a recipe for water. Clay cup with snow. Oh, we should make snow cream. Anybody out there ever make snow cream as a kid? Where you go gather some freshly fallen snow and you put it in a big bowl and you throw a bunch of vanilla extract on it and maybe a little bit of condensed milk or cream. Just stir that up. Snow cream. Love me some snow cream. It's been years. A cup of snow near the edge of the fire pit. Doesn't take long for it to change into a cup full of hot water. Now we can make our cup of noodles. Good news to those of you wondering when Cassima would get to enjoy some cup of noodles. The time is coming. Oh, snow cream's a thing. You gotta Google this. We actually have like store-bought brands of ice cream that at the holiday season will release like special, I guess, factory-produced snow cream. I mean, snow, dark, that's the thing. Snow's too dirty to do that here as well. We just try not to think about it. Snow is, I mean, around here, we, have enough, like coal plants and things like that still that if you don't gather snow within the first few minutes of it falling, it is dingy pretty quick. So, yeah, even then, it's not safe. It's not a healthy choice. So I back and buying an herb. Gently crushing one of the leaves. Alright. May have solved this puzzle. Well, here you are. Okay, do we know this guy? Thank you, my lady. Thank you so much. Are you feeling better, sir? Better enough to talk, at least for now. You're the wise man, aren't you? I am indeed. Wisdom can always shield one against sickness. I did not know you were unwell. When I felt myself growing ill, I was certain I'd be able to take care of myself. So I told everyone who came to my door to leave me alone, hoping some quiet rest would help. It worsened quickly. I've remained in that state for some time if you hadn't intervened. Hey, Grayson, thank you for the watch streak. Some sort of goose man. Oh, this has nothing to do with my illness. In case you thought I had some sort of bird flu, that's not it. I had this wing for some time. Just sad business. I can tell you the story if you wish to hear it. It's not too much trouble. I love hearing stories of tragic disfigurement, please. Father, who was king of my homeland, accidentally married a witch when our mother died. She turned my 10 older brothers and me into swans. We were cursed to fly across the land by day only to become human at night. Her little sister was banished from the castle, but she found us many years later far away from our home. She learned how to break the enchantment placed upon us, which was to weave each of us a coat of nettles and throw them upon our backs while we were in our swan shape. She couldn't let a word escape from her lips while she was weaving, otherwise we'd all remain swans forever. Even when she was accused of being a witch because of her strange behavior and sentenced to be executed, she kept on weaving. Just before she was killed, we came to her and she threw the coats upon us. She was finally able to speak and prove her innocence. Except she didn't finish mine. I got ding dang goose wing. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about your goose wing. F's in the chat for goose wing. Learn to live with this thing. I guess you want me to solve your problems, huh? Your father was a king, so you're a prince, aren't you? Classic royalty, trying to figure out someone's breeding on the spot. Akril, oh my goodness! Welcome in, folks. In chat, we've got the creator of It Takes Two to Tangle, Akril. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a real treat. How are you? We are enjoying your game. Hope you're doing well. I chose to live here in this tiny village. Much of my life, I was traveling the world with my brothers. As swans, we explored many remote lands that humans never been. Consequently, I suppose I've grown a little attached to places like this. Sometime after our curse was broken, I began wandering again, and eventually wound up here. At first, I was afraid the people here would fear me, and even though they were a little uncertain about me, they eventually treated me as kindly as if I had been born into their village. They were fascinated by the stories of the lands I'd visited, and none of them seemed even slightly repulsed by my wing. After some time, they invited me to stay with them, and I accepted their offer. They sometimes come to me with questions about the outside world, and I try to answer them, as well as helping out any other way I'm able. For instance, if someone's, a little warm, just flap his wing, create a nice breeze, cool him off. Of course, there's some situations where I need help from them. It took some effort for the weaver to fashion a coat that could be worn by me. I like all this lore we're getting here. Ah, yes. I appreciate your company. I'm looking for a dark wizard named Shadrach, and I was told that you might know of him. The name does sound familiar. We returned to our homeland in hopes of defeating the witch who had cursed us, but found she had fled the castle when she realized her spell had been broken. Now, the way to deal with a witch is you just go to her house, you hide in her bedroom. When she comes in, you just push her into the fire, right into the cauldron. That's how you deal with a witch. Even though we eventually gave up this mission, we learned a good deal about many practitioners of dark magic, and your wizard was mentioned by several of them. Alas, his name was often spoken in hushed whispers, and despite how many times it was uttered, we learned very little about the man behind it. What do you know about him, then? Do you know where I might find him? I don't know where you might find him, but I think I know how you might. How'd you come to this land? Magic? This pendant brought me here. I feel this very pendant is the key to finding the man you speak of, but I feel it won't be able to do such a thing as it currently is. What do you mean, wise man? I'm afraid there isn't much more I can tell you. I'm still quite weak, I'm afraid. The path to Shadrach is there, and you'll find it as long as you keep searching. Wish you the best of luck in your journey, milady. Thank you, Wiseman, and farewell. Do you have anything in your basket I could have? No. Oh, hey! Are we in chapter 2? Looking at his surroundings, Edgar decides he has successfully made it to the Bountiful Woods, a great forest located directly below Etheria. That woman he met in that sinister land suggested going somewhere familiar, and Edgar has come to know this land quite well during his time in Etheria. Now the question is whether he'll find any trace of that dark sorcerer he agreed to search for. I love the color palette here. Very lush. Very King's Quest 70. I'm digging it. Alright, let's see. It's Edgar time! Yeah, that's a great question. I'm not sure, Dark, if Jane Jensen has weighed in on her intentions for Shadrach. I'd be something sexy, no doubt. Probably true, Paul. I'd be curious to know that. You know, I feel like I've seen her talk a lot more, obviously, about Gabriel Knight than she did King's Quest, but I'd be really curious. Just something she wrote on a whim to add some flavor. Yeah, I mean, that's my take on probably how the Black Cloak thing started out, and then fans really ran with it, right? At least that's my impression of it. I only remember it maybe popping up a few indirect references here and there. Oh my god, it's a tiny guy on a bird. A small elf-like creature mounted on a strikingly colored bird gazes at Edgar with considerable interest. A showy pink flower. I like that. Okay, can't steal the flower. Let's talk to this cool elf. Hello, forest sprite. Top of the morning to you. Haven't seen you in these woods before. Suppose I've never been this part of them before. These are the bountiful woods, aren't they? Unless someone's recently renamed them. Who are you, traveler? Edgar, who are you? If by that you mean name, I have none. But if by that you mean what I am, can you not tell with your own two eyes? Not really, you look like a forest sprite to me, but I believe you could also be a 7-Up. That means there's nothing wrong with your eyesight then, lad. What can I do for you? Edgar tries to speak to the bird, but it merely stares at him. Looking for a dark sorcerer named Shadrach. Do you happen to know him? Nay, can't say that I do, but I know someone who might. Ooh. She has no name, but she's old as the trees of this forest. I'm certain that she can tell you about this fellow, and if not, how to find whoever he is. I'll talk to her then. Where is she? Somewhere you can't get to, but I can help you get to her. Well, all right, how? First, you need to do something for me. Classic. My steed. That's very good. My steed. Very clearly wanting to make a link between all the evil wizards that Alexander encountered, and we're building Shadrach up to be the next big bad guy. Absolutely. Yeah, that seems to be the vibe. And then King's Quest 7, I guess, goes in a very different way. What is that? That'll tell you when you find my steed some water, and hurry isn't the patient type. Would you accept some melted snow water? Yeah, you know, I really like King's Quest 7. I've only played it once, and only really in recent years. I streamed it, playing it for the first time a few years back, and really enjoyed it. I think it's charming. I liked the more cartoonish vibes. I thought that the lands that it depicted were maybe a little bit more interesting after we had kind of seen just some standard fantasy tropes in some of the other games. I thought it was a nice switch up. And that was like have water in it. I'm wanting to think I got 7 when it came out. I wanted to think I bought it and then just couldn't get it to work. I'm pretty sure that like I had 7 and I couldn't get to stream at like a reasonable speed. And eventually just gave up and was like, well, I guess I don't get to play King's Quest 7. And then didn't come back to it until years later. We got Torrent instead, that's right. I have my copy of King's Quest 7 just right over there I'm looking at, and I'm thinking, boy, King's Quest 7, all right. Is there water in here? Ooh, 7 had a game-breaking bug in Chapter 4. Yeah, I seem to recall that sort of stuff was a common problem, right? In the whole King's Quest 7 history, that yeah, there were broken down versions. They had lots of game-breaking bugs. I like to think Santa Claus also lives in the Green Isles. I'd believe it. Round hole halfway down the groove in the tree, vaguely reminiscent of a keyhole. So I don't think I got a notice of a new chapter. Am I still technically in chapter 1? Doesn't have a question, just having a nice day out. I mean, sometimes that's what you need. Let Cassima do all the adventuring. She's probably more cut out for it anyway. I don't know if Akril's still hanging around, but I did want to just say what a absolutely charming game this is. Music is beautiful. Graphics, of course, look amazing. Technically in the second half of the chapter, that makes sense. So we need water. Well, where's the water? Hey, Doofus asked for water. What are you doing? I feel like just giving up on magic without even trying, it's never the right choice. Why can't you just magic that? The statue is curiously cool despite the warm weather. I'm not carrying anything good, am I? No. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Urn is almost completely filled with water, but the liquid is still out of reach. How can Edgar bring it within reach of the sprite's bird? Bird sprite. I think magic could be useful. What do we think, gang? This is a classic stumper. If only our pal Mr. Puzzle was here. He'd know what to do in a situation like this. Maybe I'll speak friend and enter. Find some goblins, take on Baba Yaga. Fables involving birds and water. Ooh, you know, I don't know if I do. That's not the fable about like piling rocks or something into water to raise the water level, is it? Perhaps it is. Ah, handful of pebbles. Now we're cooking. That's it. That's the one. Okay. See, this is where I come up short. My fable knowledge is not exactly fabled. Now, if you want to know about Peter Molyneux's fable, I'll tell you all about that. All right. Those fruity or cocoa pebbles. Hey, these are just the classic kind. Still have reach. Maybe more pebbles? I like the music here in the forest. Very soothing. Yeah, y'all know me. I don't like to have to think too hard in an adventure game. That's not really my style. Dark, you're exactly right. I like this idea too, that King's Quest 6's bad ending is less of a bad end and more of a realistic ending. The good ending is I just cheated my way here using magic. This is very true. Yeah, I was also the last person on Earth to play King's Quest 6. I only played it for the first time earlier this year. That seems impossible, I know, as someone who grew up like a massive King's Quest fan, massive Sierra fan, that somehow I would just miss out on what a lot of people agree is the best King's Quest until decades later. But yeah, I managed to do it. You know what? They were right. King's Quest 6 is pretty good. Okay, I wonder if I'm just... This is going to be a classic do it thrice. Thrice is nice. You know, I always say that. It's one of those Retro Adventure Wednesday catchphrases. Thrice is nice. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Thank you for joining me for this. I love getting to share a game like this with everybody. A lot of times we play games that everybody's already played before, that we know backwards and forwards. It's fun to get a crack at a new game. It was fun to get to experience King's Quest 6 for the first time on Twitch with folks who really knew it backwards and forwards. It was a treat. I'm glad I waited until I could do it with all of you. Didn't hidden object games massively outsell point and clicks? I think they were for a while, and I think especially because they were so easy to release on multiple platforms. You could drop it on mobile and Windows, and the price point was right. And yeah, I think hidden object games were all the rage for a while. Hogs. All right, we've done it. We've solved a puzzle. I love Edgar's cloak. I have no idea if it was difficult to animate for the entire game, but it looks fantastic. That cloak is just really good. Hail and well met in that urn to the west. Too low. Not anymore. Come look for yourself. I solved your problems. Oh, how cute. How cute.
Rice is nice.
Ricky, thank you for having my... Thank you for having my AI voice say thrice is nice. That's right. It's a common catchphrase around here. I feel like I've been playing with fire ever since I gave you all the ability to use my AI cloned voice to say whatever you want. So far it hasn't bit me, but it's only a matter of time. About that sorcerer I'm looking for. Ah, yes, here you are. What we got? Oh, it's the key to that door, I bet. It's the key to the forest. What in the world does that mean? That's for you to find out. That's for me to know and you to find out. Can I pet that bird? You know, back when I was really working hard on my video game soda machine site, where I cataloged a giant collection of video game soda machines, I loaded up a fair number of hidden object games to grab quick screenshots of soda machines that might be located in them. And, you know, actually some of them, when well done, you know, had some decent narrative elements, were, you know, better than I imagined the genre could be. Like, I think there are well designed hidden object games that, you know, they may not be able to get the narrative depth or the, you know, puzzle difficulty of a traditional point and click, at least go beyond just a, you know, like highlights picture search kind of format that I think I imagined for the genre. How many soda machines are in this one? There's probably at least one. Gotta be. Wow, Key of the Forest indeed. A strange little alcove. Uh-oh, looks like a puzzle. Several depressions and carvings in the wood of the tree, with the shadow cast by a nearby branch makes it difficult to see them clearly.
Thrice is nice, except when you die 3 times because you didn't follow authentic police procedures, rookie.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you so much. It's true. I mean, people think that if you're not playing Police Quest that you can forget about police procedure, but that's simply not the case. Couldn't be further from the truth. I'm actually going to use magic. Ooh. Oh, look at that. This forest area gives me some Kyrandia vibes, which isn't a bad thing. Confuse me not for what coats you on top. For that does not eat clover, nor does it hop. I mean, it can't just be as easy as this. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, I mean, is the answer rabbit? Hair. That's it, it's hair. Is it Roy G. Biv? Could it be? Okay, so we only shine if we're... Let's see. So yeah, we're supposed to light it up in a way that reveals a rabbit. The question is, do I see the rabbit? ha ha! Ha 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 ha! That's the answer to the riddle. Ooh, I like this puzzle. Nice job. Oh no, there's more. For now, it may be of no great size, but for me, a giant may one day rise. An acorn, I see it there in the middle. Yeah, there it is. Very nice. Oh, I love this. This is fantastic. Too much and I kill, too little the same. All must consume me, whatever their name. Too much and I kill, too little the same. All must consume me, whatever their name. Water? Yeah, water seems like... how to make... Oh, the waves across the bottom here. I bet that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I love this puzzle too. This is fantastic. Struggling with this one a little bit. Okay, we're trying to get those waves down there, which is what I assume we're trying to do. Ooh, an Easter egg hidden shape would be very clever. I mean, I guess I have the puzzle correct, don't I? Like, it'd be pretty funny if I was working really hard to get those waves and that just wasn't it. Hey, Ryan. Yes, this was just released, about a week and a half ago, I think. And it's out there for free download. If you just Google It Takes Two to Tangle, King's Quest, it will get you there. We have popping in our chat the developer, Akril 15. The brilliant mind behind this one. Okay, so that lights up those edges. That lights up those edges. Is red even in this? That's a great question. Ha 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 ha! You're right, Dark. It was red that was getting us. A huge King's Quest fan here, too. Absolute all-time favorite. And this is such a great love letter to the series. All right. It was the rule of Adventure Game 3s. What a great puzzle. Oh, my goodness. Is there a puzzle like that anywhere else in adventure gaming? I'm trying to think if I've played anything quite like that. I really dug it, though. I like riddles in adventure games. I don't know how other folks feel about those. Like, I love the riddle scenes in, like, the riddle stones in Conquest of Camelot. That's one of my favorite bits from that game. Oh, what a pretty scene. I like the top down. Is there a King's Quest fan site? That's a good question. You know, I don't know that there was ever one that was really comparable to like the Space Quest fan sites out there. Yeah, the wiki, I think, may be kind of it, unfortunately. The best thing you can read anywhere in the world is going on all the Sierra wikis and looking at like the discussion tab and the edits tab, where people have been waging like decades-long wars over what's canon and what's not, and what's problematic in a Leisure Suit Larry game and what isn't. It's all very good. Uh-oh, here we go. These are pretty large, not to mention slippery. Oh no, something flew overhead. Oh, is that a wyvern? Is that a dragon? Is it a... Oh wow, look at that. It's a crystal dragon. Sorry, my little friend. I was just going down my daily flight. Did I frighten you? Oh, this is cool. You definitely startled me. My apologies, but please don't fear me. I harm no one. It must be the being the sprite told me about. I think I've actually heard of you before. Many mortals have, though few have seen me. Why have you sought me out now? I'm looking for a wizard named Shadrach. I was told you might know something about him. Never heard him except, well, from the person who's on this search with me. But we dragons are known for usually knowing much more than most beings. This Shadrach must be a very secretive man, for I have not ever heard of him. But don't fear, my friend, for one secret can never be hidden from all. I advise that you travel to another land and search there, and if nothing turns up, seek advice for the next land to go to. You should eventually find at least a trail of this person you're looking for, and it shouldn't be too difficult for you to do, or for you, with that ornament of power you're wearing. Ooh, ornament of power. What, you mean? Yes, I can tell that you have the means of traveling to other lands by the means of magic. I'm a magical creature too, am I not? It's no great fear to tell if another is magic or carrying something magical with them. You're wise, my lady, but tell me, which land do you think I should travel to next? I've been pondering that myself. May have an idea where you should consider going next, but before I tell you, would you be kind enough to do something for me? Wow, this looks so good. Something wedged under one of my scales. It's irritating. Want me to pry it loose? Oh, we're going to get some Androcles action going on here. Let's visit the whale with teeth, exactly. The whale with human teeth. That's who I want to go see. Uh-oh. Hey, Jay Frisbee, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you for the support. Hope you're having a good evening. Huh. Aha! I've done it. I feel so much better. What was that thing anyway? Ooh. It's like some sort of banana slice dipped in Ecto Cooler with maybe a ring pop jammed in it. I'm going to say that's a banana slice, yeah, dipped in Ecto Cooler with a ring pop. I'm pretty sure. Like a piece of jewelry, yeah, like a ring pop. Maybe it's tofu, marshmallow? Well, thank you. You're going to tell me where I should go. You're going to tell me where I should get off. Well, the place I had in mind isn't in this realm. It's in the world of Daventry. It's called Llewdor. Hey, that's where my good friend Gwydion's from. Yeah, this looks fantastic. I need to go look up screenshots of this character from King's Quest VII, the Crystal Dragon, to use as a point of comparison. I don't remember it clearly enough. This looks great. Oh, a con man now lives where Manannan once lived. Maybe be able to tell you about this Shadrach. That's wonderful, except yes, I don't know what the land looks like. The pendant I'm wearing takes me to lands I can picture in my mind. I've never been to Llewdor. That can be easily fixed. I know what Llewdor is like. You do? Indeed, I visited when I used to go to that world more often. It should give you a clear enough picture of what it looks like. All right, go ahead. Small green land with one central mountain from which a small waterfall cascades, forming a stream that feeds into the sea. I love that. Oh, the geography of King's Quest III is such a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. A single pier stretches out into the sea next to the small town to the west. A vast desert stretches out as far as the eye can see. As the images of clan grows sharper in Edgar's mind, his pendant begins to grow. Thank you and good night. Yeah, Ryan, I'm sorry. I missed your question a little bit earlier. Yeah, Edgar was Lalotte's adopted son in King's Quest IV that proposes to Rosella at the end during the final cutscene, and then appears again in King's Quest VII as the spoiler alert fake troll king. So yeah, that's who Edgar is. So we're dealing with sort of two folks who either married or attempted to date into the Daventry royal family. It's KQ3, y'all. Oh my gosh, I love the reverse angle on the dock. This is so good. Oh man, I wonder if the giant barmaid's still there. I hope so. Giant barmaid. Well, she's normal size, but I'm glad to see her again. This looks great. Oh my gosh, this looks great. Tapestry is very good. They're unhappy about something, eh? Let me help.
Hubba, hubba.
Thank you, Reiki. Edgar should turn green again by the end of this. I mean, I don't see why not. Good day to you, sir. What'll it be? Nothing right now, thank you. Suit yourself, then. Some of my fine accent work that I'm known for around here. That's why y'all tune in, is my terrific grasp of accents from all around the world. I can't be blathering with some fellow when there's customers to be tending to. This has the distinct look of someone who's getting broken up with. Hey, thanks for the follow, Harmonic City. Welcome in. Happy Retro Adventure Wednesday to you. I know, I'll just cast some magic around. Okay, maybe we don't have anything to do here quite yet. Maybe you can't do that, at least not now. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, is all of King's Quest 3 just going to be 2 screens? You can't do that to me. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, yes, I love it. It's so good. Is this the bandit tree? The guardrails on the mountain path are amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm wandering around King's Quest 3. Or if I can't really travel up. That is to say north. Doesn't seem like I can. Edgar, 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 Edgar. I love it. Oh no, I was hoping the rails would be a hot spot. I really wanted it to reference this treacherous mountain path. I feel attacked by these guardrails. I feel like I've been put on blast. Me and the whole StairQuest team. Where's the fun in a mountain path if you can't fall off it unfairly? I love this. This is making my day, going back to King's Quest 3. Oh, good day, stranger. Is this the land of Llewdor? That is. You're a visitor then. Yes, I am. Don't get any guests here. Looking for someone. That is, I'm helping someone else find that someone, if you will. I see. My goodness, I'm completely forgetting my name. Manners. My name is Derek. Dara Carvaligian. Okay, now this is important. Derek Carlavagan. Seems to recall once or twice during conversations with Rosella. This is deep lore. This is deep King's Quest lore. Derek Carlavagan. Did you step indoors and have a little talk? You seem a bit confused. Yes, I suppose I am. Then perhaps I could help clear some things up for you, at least try to. I ask your name first, though? Of course, my name is Edgar. This man gives Edgar an odd look. Edgar, just that? Yes, just that. Come along, we'll talk more once we're indoors. Ooh, sad you missed Conquest of Camelot. Conquest Longbow is outstanding. I mean, it's one of the best Sierra games, absolutely. You can't kill each new slave. Wizard's presence casts a dark shadow over this land. Still, this is a truly fine house. It was defeated, no one sought to claim it. I saw no reason not to move in. It certainly is an interesting place. So why exactly did you come here, Edgar? Are we on the reverse angle of the moose head right now? I was told to come to this land by a dragon, which I met near my homeland. You spoke with a dragon? Yes, she's a friendly one. Before that was in a dark, desolate place where I met this woman. Her name is... I can't remember it at the moment. What'd she look like then? She had dark hair, eyes were bright green. She didn't speak like a commoner. Wow, kind of classist. Are you certain? Seems so familiar. She told me that she's looking for another wizard, a wizard named Shadrach. I've traveled much during my life, and I've visited many astounding lands and witnessed many astonishing events. It may not seem like it, but I believe another such event is taking place at this very moment. And you and that woman are both somehow tied up in it. What do you mean? Alas, I fear I'm as much in the dark as you are, lad. I know not of this Shadrach you mentioned. If the wizard that lived here knew of Shadrach, he left nothing here that mentioned that name. However, I was told that a person with a particular ability would soon visit me. That person would unlock one of the secrets of the man who once lived in this house. Pardon me if this seems personal. Can you do magic, Edgar? Yeah, I can. Did you learn it or are you born with it? I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. You must be the one I was told about. Nice animation. What's that? It's a box I found in the wizard's study. It's resisted all my attempts to open it. Sealed with a spell that can only be broken by someone who is born with magical abilities. I believe you would be the former. Well, I can take a look at it. So, tell me, am I right here? I think Derek is the character. Is that character that's developed in the King's Quest Companion? Is that the person that is like telling the stories of Graham here in the real world? Am I remembering that correctly, or am I confusing Derek with someone else? Ooh, he's one Trivial Pursuit. There we go. Derek is the guy with the eye between worlds. There you go. Okay, Cregan. Yeah, so this is like the conceit is he's someone from the real world who can peer into Daventry and share those stories. Yeah. And the blazes of this. It's a cool armband, maybe? How odd. Innocent looking trinket. I mean, I have a trinket like that. Do you? Has a different gem set in it, and the stone is another color, but otherwise it's just like that. It's this piece of banana I found. Like you were meant to have it. Oh, is he just the guy, the Green Isles guy? Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm getting them confused. Or maybe they're the same guy. Who's to say? We have to say goodbye now. But what? This conversation is giving me a lot to think about, but I must be left alone in order for my thoughts to become clear. Wish you luck. I'm certain when we meet again, things will be clear. Anon, and good day. Now get out of my house. We'll go see if there's anything under the bed upstairs. So the Oracle was right after all. Something is definitely amiss. It's like I'll have to wait a few more years to make sense of it, but by the multiverse, wait until the people from the other world read about this. Okay. Uh-oh. Now what am I supposed to do? Was Derek really that wise man? Or is there someone else in this land who can... Just one of the bandits? Sir, are you all right? No, it's someone jumped by bandits. Or is it? No, okay, it's a bandit trick. Classic bandit trick. Trying to fight him off. Poor Edgar. He hasn't gotten out much. I was a bandit all along. Right behind you, Pipsqueak. Let me put on my bandit mask. A short while later... He is the companion book guy. Okay. Oh no. They stole all my inventory. I was going to buy stuff and things. How am I going to get those trinkets back? I like how much of this King's Quest 3 map we're getting to explore. Oh, we animated a little hop across the water. That's great. Edgar, while being magic, does have a track record of being jumped by people. It's true. Okay, no Oracle. You never can tell. There's probably a giant spider. It's here somewhere. If memory serves, the Orats in there. Could be. Gotta look out for Orats. I was watching Robot Spacer stream the Color Mac version of King's Quest 1 the other night, and I had to dip out right as he was getting to this part, but it looked like he had a bug where Orat wouldn't appear properly. Like, you'd go in the cave, and if the spider droid followed you, Orat just wouldn't show up. We'll get some mistletoe. Should have stuck around to see if it was something solvable. Yeah, I like the contrast between Edgar as pretty naive here, and Cassima is much more savvy and cynical. It's a nice counterpoint for the two characters. He was tricked by two completely different evil fairies within like 2 years. Yeah, Cassima is the other playable protagonist. We just switched over to Derek Edgar not too long ago in this game. Guess we'll keep looking around. Oh, it was you need to see the Orat first. Okay. Or see the alien first rather than. She did marry Alexander. This is great, actually, Ryan. Yeah, she's married to Alexander and was whisked away by this magic pendant. She's trying to figure out why he's being troubled by dreams of Daventry being swallowed up by mysterious darkness. Or the Green Isles, maybe. Oh no, that poor couple's gone. Yeah, typical King's Quest story. There you go. That's right. I like getting to know these characters, though. I think Cassima's characterization here is really fun. And, Edgar's a character that I think there's lots of potential there to learn a little bit more about him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Good day. You look like you're having fun. Oh, hello. My poor husband, Nathan. Pardon me. Has been able to be frightened of anything. What? Pardon me. Nothing scares him, nothing at all. So he's brave? Nor so much as shivered to the sight of even the most horrifying monstrosities. Even rid my father's castle of the murderous ghosts that haunted it. Even they couldn't scare him. Castle, your royalty, then. Indeed, it was Nathan's fearlessness that earned him my hand in marriage. Neither of us shall be truly happy until he knows what fear is. That's marriage. There it is, folks. I'm sorry, travel far and wide in search of something that might frighten him. Sorry to hear this. I suppose we'll keep looking. There must be something in this world that can make my husband shiver. Fairy Tale cameo number 2. I don't know this one. Once a sexton at a church in his village bid him to ring the bell on the church's steeple at midnight. When my love arrived at the steeple, the figure was there, standing in the shadows. Nathan spoke to it and he received no reply. He angrily lunged at the figure and pushed it down the stairs. Turned out the sexton himself trying to scare. Oh no, he did a ding-dang murder. I spent a night with 7 hanged men, faced 2 monstrous black cats, and confronted a corpse that came back to life and threatened to strangle me. None of these things have frightened me in the least. The man who knew no fear. Daredevil? You gotta be afraid of these things, but I don't. People tell me how they shiver with fear. I don't get it. So I know what fear feels like. Wish I could help you. This is wild. I know a cave where a really creepy big spider used to live. Does that scare you at all? I like the recreation of the waterfall scene here. Maybe the prettiest AGI scene in Sierra history. Grab him and dunk his head in the stream till he nearly drowns. Yeah, have you ever been waterboarded, Nathan? Maybe I could, like, find Medusa and bring back her head. I wonder why I can't walk out into the desert. I like this tree that looks very much like the trees on the edge of the desert in King's Quest 3. Ooh, dark. That's very good. Good stuff. All right, gang. We got a puzzle to solve. This is one of those classic puzzles in need of a solution. Would an angry barmaid scare you? Ooh, there's a bucket I haven't interacted with yet. It has potential. Tearing down that tapestry would undoubtedly evoke the wrath of the barmaid. Really, I'm just looking for a reaction. But I think screamed inventory item. I don't know how I missed it all this time. Tell about King's Quest 8. Maybe that's how we scare them. What if there was a King's Quest sequel that was a weird third-person action RPG? I don't even know what King's Quest Mask of Eternity is. Maybe he's hydrophobic. Ah, so cold. That's it. That's what it's like to be scared. This is what shivering in fear is like. As rabies, that's right. Yes, Nathan, you finally know. I can't tell you how much this means to both of us. Wish there was something I'd give you to repay you, but we don't really have that much to offer. I bet you have some sort of inventory item. You might be able to help me. I was robbed by a pair of bandits. Do you have any idea where I might find them? They have a hideout in one of the largest trees in the forest. It's hard to find how to get in because someone actually succeeded in robbing them. It became even sneakier. Bye, sir. Thank you again. Yeah, I read Ken's book too, Ryan, and yeah, hearing how sort of Roberta was iced out of Sierra by the whole King's Quest 8 process was really a bummer. It seemed like she tried to be a good sport about the idea of turning it into something that wasn't exactly a point-and-click adventure game anymore. It's a shame that all went down the way it did. Everyone I've ever talked to who's played Mask of Eternity, at least in the modern era, has pretty consistently told me that it was better than they expected. I don't know if anyone thinks it's a great game, but I think they've been pleasantly surprised once you get back past like just the age and some other things like that and the janky engine and stuff. It's not as bad as it could be. Is Ken's book worth reading? I mean, if you love Sierra stuff, it's worth reading. I think that you have to take a lot of stuff in there with a little bit of a grain of salt. I mean, and also, Ken cares about what Ken cares about, and a lot of that isn't necessarily the creative side of the games, which is maybe what I'm a little bit more passionate about. But still, it's an interesting read. I would recommend it. And is it Sean Mills? Is that who wrote the other Sierra book? Yeah, sort of his version. I mean, the stuff where he talks about and defends, like, hiring Daryl Gates for Police Quest 4, backing that move now is pretty wild. So it said I found something between the roots, didn't it? Did I not trigger it? What did I miss there when I was busy blabbering? Said Edgar knows the hole, but there's nothing inside it. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Akril. This is where it pays off to have the dead around. Let's see. A few years back, I sent an email kind of filling out whether Boss Fight Books would be interested in a book about Space Quest 1, thinking that would be something I might be able to bang out pretty quickly. But turns out I think that they felt like that was a little bit too narrow of a niche of a game to want to cover, which is too bad. I kind of wanted to write about it. That'd be fun. Make something of my my longtime obsession. And presumably this screen is here for a reason. I wonder how I get into that bandit tree. Which is a very different question than how do I get into banditry, like the profession. I want to be very clear there. I'm not trying to become a bandit. Lest you think I'm considering a life of crime. Nay. Space Quest 1 is such an all-time favorite. You know, folks who've been around forever have heard me talk about this a million times. But, you know, my first Sierra game was King's Quest 2, which I loved. It just opened up my eyes to this sort of like what felt like an open world game at the time, just a game where I could do anything, and I loved it. King's Quest 2 was just like absolutely life-changing to me. And then a few months later for my birthday, I got a copy of Space Quest 1 and just fell in love with it even more so. Just a game that I was just got obsessed with and stayed obsessed with basically to this day. All right, no doing anything here, I guess. I mean, maybe there's a stronger case that a like short book about King's Quest would be more marketable, or even Leisure Suit Larry. Started with King's Quest 5, then went to Space Quest 4 and Quest for Glory 4. That's a pretty good lineup. You know, I love King's Quest 5. I know there are folks out there that Cedric is kind of a deal breaker for them, and some of the dead ends and moon logic-y bits, like throwing some emeralds on the ground in the forest and everything, get them down. But I really like King's Quest 5. A book about Manhunter, I can't do that. I can't do that because I haven't played Manhunter San Francisco yet. How could I? I couldn't write the true story with only half the facts. Yeah, you know, Paul, I'm in the same camp. I played King's Quest V without voice originally. I played the 16-color version of it without voice. And I thought Cedric was fine. For me, the only thing that bothered me about Cedric was on my slow 16-color computer, his animation to land every time you walked onto a screen was really slow. That was what bugged me about Cedric, if anything did. It was just the fact that he was so slow to land, and it just grinded the game to a halt every time you changed screens. But I didn't mind him as a character. I can see what they were trying to do. I imagine the original plan was he would be a little bit more of an active sidekick. I bet the hope was to get more involved in some puzzle solving. And either the technology didn't come through or they had to cut some of that stuff. But yeah. Yeah, the NES version of King's Quest V is fascinating, right? Like, it's almost unbelievable they were able to cram that entire game onto the NES and basically keep it intact. I mean, it's not a pretty game and it's frustrating in some ways, but the fact that it's anything like actual King's Quest V is kind of a miracle, I feel like. It would be hard if you didn't know the game already from the PC version, I think, to finish the NES version. Yeah, I like Cedric too. Like I said, I'm a King's Quest V guy. I have no beef with King's Quest V. Oh. As bright as Edgar's light is, Edgar still can't see anything inside the cave. Is this perhaps not truly a cave at all, but an entrance to the bottomless abyss? I mean, maybe. Do we need some flying water, maybe? Water's surprisingly cold. It's a good hint for the puzzle that we solved. Well, gang, does anyone have a suggestion here? I mean, that's right. It's an authentic fan game, except for the fact that the characters now have the good sense not to wander into danger. Yeah, I'm not dying every few seconds, so that sense, it misses out on that part. Edgar examines the roots again but finds nothing. I mean, this is the tree that they're in, almost certainly. The question is how to get to it. And I'm still perplexed that I can't get out to the desert. Don't think so. It's too wide to climb, is the word on the street. Magic the roots, hide behind the... Take a close look where you know the hideout is. Oh, here we go. Thank you for that hint. We notice there's a small tree house. How am I supposed to get up there? I'll just jump up here. Jackson. The cat Jax is here to hang out. I wonder if I'm missing an item. Have we gotten a report on how Jax likes Blood Clone? This is a great question. Blood Clone, aka Kevin, is our sweet baby kitten we recently adopted. She has a condition known as pituitary dwarfism, which makes her very small. But she is getting along pretty well, Jax. He's tolerating her so far. They have had a few little dust-ups. She desperately wants him to groom her, and he refuses to do it. That's kind of where we're at right now. She goes up to him constantly and just starts like sticking her face in front of his mouth, just like begging for grooming, and he won't do it. He just absolutely refuses. So I'm hoping that we can break through that barrier, but it's a great question. Great question, Grayson. Yeah, Blood Clone and Jax are peacefully coexisting for now. And here's the big news. Blood Clone is growing quickly. She is rapidly cultivating body mass. It's interesting, you know, some of y'all may know my wife is a veterinarian, and pituitary dwarfism is a pretty rare condition, and a lot of people don't treat it. A lot of those cats end up being euthanized, or many of them just aren't healthy enough to live very far past birth. And that's why Blood Clone got a transfusion from Jax to begin with, was to save her life as a newborn kitten. But as a result, not many people try to treat this condition. In fact, my wife was really only able to find one case where someone attempted treatment, and the treatment they attempted was human growth hormone, using human growth hormone in small doses on the cat to stimulate growth and to replace some of the hormones and things that the pituitary gland should be producing. And since beginning treatment, Blood Clone has more than doubled in weight, has gotten much taller. The fur coat is coming in much smoother and slicker. She is doing amazing. She's responding so far better than we could have ever expected. Oh, he can. Once he can visualize a place, he can teleport to it. That's good. That's good stuff. It's fun. My wife likes a medical challenge like that. You think these baubles might be worth something? They gotta be. Anything with jewels in it can't be cheap. Splinter Cell time stealth kill. Hitman. We'll pry him out. What about that trading post to the south? The Oasis, that's good. About the place in the Northeast Village. Uh-oh. Hey, did you hear that? Hear what? Must have been a squirrel. Remember, don't lower the ladder until you say the password. I know. Did this guy just fall asleep? It's a husky bandit. Hello. Hey, I think you found my stuff. Hey, there's a misunderstanding earlier. Excuse me, sir. Sir, oh, sir. Yeah, just stealth kill. Yeah, well, he definitely has good boy energy. Everyone else in this land moved on, and these two refuse to change. That's right. It's very true. Oh goodness. Yeah, that's absolutely the case. Oh man. I don't know, gang. What do we think here? Where do I get down? Home, home, home. Oh, is he asleep? Well, he really hasn't moved on, has he? This guy's still bad at his job. This is great. Think we visit Daventry the Banana Wizard still there? I hope so. Hey, wait a minute. Ooh, there's a third trinket now. It's probably some other person they robbed, and now I've robbed them. It's the circle of life. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. That's all we'll call it. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Could there be anyone else in this land who's heard of... Oh no, magic. Wonder what we need to do now. Need to find Manan and bribe him with catnip. That checks out. Magic trace seems a little stronger here. How can I get Police Quest Guy to do a voice line? You should be able to hover over the screen, and then there'll be like a sticker interface that should pop up. Oh wait, it's gonna go to the... Yeah, I think if you just hover over the actual video display window. Then search for gem. Yeah, I've never actually slapped a sticker. I don't even know what the interface looks like. It's in the ominous cave. Oh yeah, oh look, it's the pallet cycling that the Oracle does. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, look at this. Welcome, young one. I know who you are and what your quest is. Step closer. This is fantastic. I love it. Be an arduous one for both you and your friend. Layla, that woman isn't my friend. I just met her. She and you are connected in ways far deeper than the shapes of the charms you both wear. Although not in the same way you are connected to the one you love. Oh, nice looking
Use authentic police procedures if you want to survive.
Rosella! Rosella, can you hear me? Rosella, can you hear me? You're alive, but where are you? Boy, that scene looked nice. Look at that. That looks like a Don Bluth cartoon. Parents were worried sick about you. I can imagine. You used the pendant to come back home? Thank you for that sticker, Dark. I ran into a woman wearing a pendant just like it. She said her husband has been having the same sort of nightmares my father's been having. Could mean something terrible about what's going to happen to both their families. So I agreed to help her for my father's sake. I really like the idea that Cassima and Edgar don't know who they are. Like, neither one of them knows who the other is. They don't know they have a connection through the royal family of Daventry. Who is this sorcerer? And what about this woman? Who is she? She's your sister-in-law. Can't remember it all. Too much has happened. I promise you I won't fail. I'll come back to you. I swear I will. This is a great scene. Of all the stupid things to say. Done nothing but make one mistake after another, and she thinks I won't mess up this time after all the trouble I've caused her? She loves you just as truly as you love her. She probably loves me out of pity. Ah, poor Edgar. That was a very good thump. You found the answers. What questions? How you and the dark-haired girl you encountered connected. What's so special about the amulet you wear? How can you find the wizard Shadrach? What the future holds for your kingdom and the kingdom of Daventry. Why a maiden like Rosella should love a man like you. Wow. Resume your quest, young prince. Your next destination is not far from here, but is difficult to reach by normal means.
Remember, if you steal something from bandits, turn in all stolen articles to your local law enforcement. Just like Edgar here.
Thank you, Dark. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's always good to hear from Jim. All right, thank you, Oracle. I'll remember what you said. Again, the animation in these scenes, just top notch. Yeah, you can just tell there's a lot of love put into this. It's kind of just like, just spilling out everywhere. It's amazing that Jim had the foreknowledge to record all these lines ahead of time. You know, you get Jim Walls in the booth and you want to get as much out of him as you can. You don't want to waste it. Are you now the solution to the puzzle? Oh, is it desert time? Desert time. Is it desert time at last? I said desert time. Desert time at last. Desert time. Going to an oasis? Oh. Wait a minute. Oracle said that my next destination was close. Those bandits spoke of an oasis somewhere in the desert. Must be what I saw in the Oracle's crystal ball. Guess I better go there. Focus, focus. Almagocus. Oh. Well, this certainly looks like the oasis I saw. I wonder why the Oracle told me to... Ugh, what's that? Oh no, this is bad magic that fills his mind. There's an unsettling, almost sickening quality to it. Yet at the same time feels just as curious. Uh-oh. It's coming from the cave. I can hear someone talking there, but I can't quite make out what's being said. Got to get closer somehow. Not going anywhere until I figure out where that magic's coming from. Is this the cave? Can't quite figure out what we're talking about here. Oh, is it that cave? That cave? Yeah, teleport to the hole up top. I didn't see the hole at first. Only the places I can see when I use it like this. Teleport to the roof. Maybe that's the answer. Walls are too steep to climb. What do we think, gang? We're at an Oasis. Where Oasis is seen. You just play Wonderwall. They're back together. Oasis is back together, gang. Anything's possible. Oh, just teleport to a lower spot. This certainly seems familiar. Oh, he's Laura Bowen it. He's making a listening pose. One high and nervous, the other low and ominous. Ominous. Unless there's been a major breakthrough in magic in the years I've been out of touch with the rest of the wizarding world, I highly doubt your master could possibly accomplish such a plan. To beastie. Shadrach wants revenge for what that meddling king inflicted upon his colleagues. I want nothing more than to help grant him his wish. I have little doubt that someone of his abilities can accomplish the goal of which I speak. Shadrach? You just understand why you asked me to assist you. As much as you've explained it, it's still so complicated to me. Think of it in these terms, my friend. The best way to stop a tree from branching out and spraying is to destroy it before the roots are firmly in place. The trick is going in at exactly the right time. And this is the right time? Which your master is in search of? Precisely. We've talked too long. For now, I must depart. Return to your homeland to see if you can dig up any knowledge that might be useful. I'm certain it shouldn't take too long for a man with your expertise. Yes, sir, of course. Farewell. Ooh, dark magic vanishes. No more voices. Teleport back down. What have I gotten myself into? Ooh, end of chapter? It's identical to that man Edgar's wearing. Even has the same magical powers. Her name, Layla, or maybe Lila. And who is Edgar? How do you manage to appear in the same place as me? It's almost as if I met her before, even though I'm sure I haven't. How in the world did she talk me into joining her in this mission? I love it. It's so good. Oh no. Edgar. Layla, you're... It's like your head's hovering in front of me, Edgar. And yours is doing the same for me. What's going on? Just holding my pendant and thinking about you when suddenly you appeared. Strange, I was thinking of you too. Maybe these pendants have something to do with it. Of course, we can communicate. It is amazing and fortunate too. Where are you, Edgar? Before I got where I am now, I went to a land near my home called the Bountiful Woods. I didn't learn much of anything about Shadrach there, but then I went to a place. Lila? This felt a little unwell, nothing serious. Probably just tired. I am in the mountains after all. Is she pregnant? Didn't feel like I could trust you. My real name is Cassima. Oh, I see. Wait a minute, Cassima? Okay, he's got it now. Didn't Rosella say their brother's wife's name was Rosella, not Princess Rosella? Oh, they figured it out. I'm his queen. The man Cassima loves, the woman Edgar loves, her brother and sister. They've only just realized this fact for themselves. Each of them has heard the other before, but only in passing. Their awkward encounter in the land of the dead was the very first time they met face to face. Well, this is, it's good to finally make your acquaintance. Where'd you say you were? Oh, right. I'm in Oasis, somewhere west of Llewdor. Just one large pool and a few palm trees. Overheard part of a conversation between two men, one of whom claimed to serve this wizard you're looking for. What did he say? Apparently Shadrach is seeking revenge on a king who did something to Shadrach's acquaintances. A king who... Oh, that must mean Alexander. The best way to stop a tree from branching out is to destroy it from the roots. Oh no. Can he be planning to kill all of us? You don't think Rosella could be in danger as well? I fear she might be. What does this plan have to do with us? I'm liking this. This is good. Be some sort of metaphor. The roots. What does it mean? Could it possibly be connected to Questlove? I'm afraid I have no idea. Well, there's not much point in staying in one place and doing nothing but worrying. I'm returning to the land of the Green Isles, Edgar. Perhaps I might find some answers there. What about me? Just keep looking around the Oasis. Perhaps you'll find something else that could aid us. Farewell. Farewell to you too, Cassima. I don't think I'll need to wear this shawl where I'm going. Magician, heal thyself. All right, chapter 2. And you know what? I think... Can we escape out? Nah, we're going to have to continue. We'll probably call it a night here. We'll see if we get a cutscene. Oh yeah, we've got a cutscene, baby. It's Oberon. And Titania. Can't let worry consume us both. Yeah, this is a serious game. No, Titania, I'm not thinking of Edgar. Yeah, I feel as if I am somehow. Those visions, they're different. They don't seem like dark omens anymore. They feel like memories. Seem so faint and distant, yet at the same time so terribly close. Visions of imminent evil and now vague memories I don't understand. Has to be an answer. Those meaty hands. Yeah, Oberon and Titania look great, don't they? Ooh, I'm always going to be Cassima. Give him the choice. Oh, wow. Hey, it's King's Quest 6. Must be atop the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Why is the labyrinth blocked off? What happened here? All right, this will be where we end. This is great. This is going to be a good place to pick up next time. I'm liking where all of this is headed, but I have to go to bed. Now, I'm going to be away for a little while. I am jetting off to the lovely state of Maine for the next few days. I'm traveling up there for a conference and going to see the sights while I'm there. I've actually never been up in that part of the Northeast. I'm very excited. So I will be out of town this weekend and won't be streaming, but I will be back on Monday night. I'm planning on being back Monday night, probably to stream a little bit more Sam and Max the Devil's Playhouse. And then next Wednesday, Retro Adventure Wednesday, a week from today, we will pick up with more of It Takes Two to Tangle and see what sort of trouble we can get into. Everyone go download this. Again, just Google It Takes Two to Tangle. King's Quest, and you'll find it pretty easily. Lots of links out there. Fantastic game. You will enjoy it. Akril, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. Thank you so much for making this game. It is fabulous. I can't wait to see where it's going next. I feel like we've really got it going now. So yeah, I can't wait to see where it takes us. But for now, we better get a raid going so we can call it a night. Oh my gosh. Tuiji is also playing this game, but she's a good bit ahead of where I am. It looks like. I don't know if we want to risk spoilers there. How about we raid in on Bogus Meat Factory? Another great streamer. A lot of y'all know Bogus already. Bogus is playing Hypnospace Outlaw, a fantastic adventure game. One that everybody is sure to enjoy. We'll head over there. Be sure. Let's see. Let me hit raid here. Be sure, if you aren't already a member of our Discord, join up over there. We'd love to have you. It's a great place to hang out and talk with other big fans of the genre. It's a very inclusive, friendly place. It's a good community to be part of. I'm really proud of what we have going on there. You can also, my YouTube link didn't work. I'm Decaf Jedi on YouTube also. You can follow over there. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe. But for now, let's call it a night. Let's go over and see Bogus, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care.